So clearly, definitely, it's not news because it's been around for quite some time. There's a lot of hubbub around it, but advertisers want to know better what are they paying, and mostly what's the environment that their video is actually playing at, because of the high price of video and because of the high lucrative aspects of online video, and comparing to television where you mostly know what's the environment. When it's transferring to digital, advertisers want to feel as comfortable as they are in television. So in order to kind of expedite the process, we've been working closely with the MRC and the IAB on the Making Measurement Make Sense committee, and contributing a lot of data on what is the user behavior and what is the average pages that people are consuming video. And along with Brightroll, TubeMogul, and a full slate of other companies, we started an open source group called OpenVV, Open Video Viewability, which we developed and open sourced the full code for viewability, and make sure that everyone in the industry, Comscore, Nielsen, Spot Exchange, Freewheel, a lot of other Livery, a lot of other companies can use the exact same piece of code. So then when an advertiser is running, or a buyer or seller is running their campaign and getting viewability data, they know for sure that it's an apple-to-apple comparison, regardless if it's a buyer that is getting data from Innovid, or a seller that is getting data from Freewheel, or someone getting data from Brightroll. It's always the same underlying technology. So simplifying that process is a key thing to make it scale. Well, a couple of things. I think that what viewability helps is to distinguish between two main groups of video. Is the television-like video experience, which is the ABC, the full episode player, the ABC, CBS, Fox, Hulu of the world, where people are coming to watch television, and essentially the page is a container for the video. There's nothing else on the page. So the video is always viewable, video is always front and center, and the video is taking most of the page. And on the other side of the spectrum, there are pages that video is either adjacent to a piece of content, or is being used on a, God forbid, a display placement, sometimes below the fold, and sometimes even not really being viewed. So I think viewability is the first time that people can actually value the difference between an impression. So it's not just an ad was delivered, but an ad was actually viewed. So the first metric that we do see is something called measurability. So is the video actually, can we actually measure where is the video? So if the video is running on an iframe, forgive me for the technical elements, but if the video is running in an iframe, meaning that it's running in a banner and it's not really video placement, that's something that we cannot really measure. So first problem that we had in the industry is that a big chunk of the media was unmeasured. So we're doing a lot of work right now in OpenVV in raising those numbers so people can measure more. We got into places where we were up to 70% of the impressions of a given campaign that were unmeasured. And it's definitely something that is shooting ourselves and the industry in the leg, because we can't even say anything about it. So this is an area that we're investing a lot to make sure that we can measure. So one thing that we are tooting from day one and from ground up at Innovid, we've been doing is treating each screen as equal as possible, or equal, making sure that an advertiser can focus on getting their audience, delivering their message, and not thinking about the actual technology behind the screen. So is it a flash-based, is it a desktop, mobile, tablet, connected TV, proprietary technology, what's the cookies or no cookies? This is all something that us on the technology side should solve and not bubble up to the buyers. So we see that it's clearly early days of the connected TVs, but it is a very fragmented market, but we're working a lot, spending a lot of time on connecting all those dots, and we do see a lot of buyers that are buying into that dream of buying complete cross-screen and buying video and not buying online video or buying mobile video or buying connected TV. So we have upward of 100 different brands that are using our technology to run fully cross-screen without distinguishing or without siloing on a specific device.